My personal opinion, you take it for what it's worth, think it's valuable, great. If not, whatever. My personal opinion. I think that there needs to be regulatory clarity on this space as a whole. Like when I have conversations with really, really big merchants, really, really big companies, the level of regulatory clarity from bodies like the SEC is not enough. And people are going to freak out like, oh, you're pro regulation. Why do you need the SEC to tell you what's a security or what's not? Fuck off. Here's what's happening. The Federal Reserve is perverted risk tolerance across all assets. And here's what I mean by that. No one knows the price of anything anymore. Like the rate of it, no one even knows the true rate of inflation right now. And no one can now save in dollars, whether you know that or whether you're on TikTok and you're seeing the guy with the nice car is the one that bought AMC at the right time. It is implied through human behavior, through societal behavior, and just through mathematics that you have to hold other assets if you want to preserve and retain wealth. Okay, how do I make money on that if I'm Andreessen Horowitz? Well, I collect money from LPs and I sell Web3, Pink Coin, Subway footlong coin as a new savings account. In fact, those sounded crazy, didn't they? Subway footlong coin sounds crazy. What if I told you cartoon drawings of a monkey drooling on itself? Which one sounds crazier? One of those is actually working, right? Okay, so my problem is I've always described altcoins as an arbitrage on the trend. They're arbitraging, that's an informational arbitrage that the Federal Reserve, central banks has effectively kicked everyone out of saving in dollars. Everyone's effectively homeless. And here you have really advanced, sophisticated salesmen selling tents as Malibu mansions on the beach. But as soon as it rains, you're going to be homeless again. And that's what I describe as NFTs, as altcoins, as shit coins. And it's a fucking mess. And so it's an informational arbitrage is that everyone's getting kicked out. Everyone's homeless. Everyone needs a place to live. And people are out here selling tents as mansions, as homes. And so that's information. It's an unprecedented demand to save and no knowledge of how to do it because the tried and true tested time is you open a savings account. That is robbed now from the everyday person. The other arbitrage is a regulatory arbitrage. If I had to sell you a new savings account and it wasn't dollars, it wasn't federally licensed from a federally chartered bank, and it wasn't property like real estate or Bitcoin, then I would have to violate securities law. That is just what's happening. It is a very clear violation of securities law. And so that's why when I say it's an arbitrage on the trend, it's an arbitrage in two ways. It's an informational arbitrage where you're taking advantage of people where my dad had 5% overnight interest when he was my age. You put $100 in a savings account, you wake up, you have $105. Now you put $100 in a savings account, they're going to take from you more than it yields. Okay. So everyone is kicked out into the street, homeless. They don't know where to go. And there are people selling them pictures of monkeys as a place to live. And so that's an informational arbitrage. And the regulatory arbitrage is previously that is violently illegal, but now we have a new asset class that doesn't have the regulatory clarity. And so if the argument is the free market's going to work itself out, I mean, come on, guys, like people are kicked out and homeless because of the monetary expansion from central banks and the high rates of inflation. I mean, it'd be the equivalent of like putting a toddler out on the street. I mean, these people are going to get hit by cars and kill themselves. And if that's your opinion of the free market going to work itself out, and it may take 25 years and a lot of people are going to die and it's going to be gruesome and it's going to be bloody and people are going to get away with buying Manhattan penthouses by selling pictures of monkeys. Okay, fine. Or the SEC could do their job and say that's a security. So I just would like to see a little bit of regulatory clarity because I think these people are getting taken advantage of. And so when it comes to Washington, D.C., and I think we're getting there. And you know, Cynthia Loomis and everyone, I'm very grateful for their work that they're putting in. Pro Bitcoin, Bitcoin is very clearly, it is a big bang type of event. It's very clearly different than these other assets. It's very clearly property, in my opinion. And I would like to see a little bit more clarity so that if you are an S&P 500 company that wants to get into this space and wants to be interoperable with the Lightning Network, we know how to account for it. We know how to apply licensing to it. We just need a little bit of clarity and a little bit of protection for the retail investor that's been kicked out of savings accounts and is running around into AMC stock and into Pink Coin, trying to save themselves and getting absolutely murdered.